Hello, welcome. It's always a pleasure to be with all of you while we are learning together. And also, tell me what you think. Write in the comment what you think about this story. There was a friend of mine. She called me and she said to me that she was feeling sad. She was unhappy. And I said, okay, what's the problem? She said, I have been divorced for 8 years, and I thought by now I would be married. I said, what do you mean? She said, Victor, I never experienced love. I've been married, but I don't know what love is. I never had that. I want to experience that before I die. And we started talking more. She said that I'm living by myself, and there's friends that I hang out with, but they can't hang out all the time. And what happened is that when I do hang out with them, or I call them up, they cannot come, or they have to leave early because they have someone at home. They're either married, or they have a boyfriend or girlfriend that they go home to. They're not alone. But me, after the day end, whatever 2 or 3 hours I spend with them, I'm coming home to an empty apartment. And it feels alone. It feels cold. I want a life to share with someone. I want to do things with someone. I want someone that I know that's there for me, that we are building together, that there's a union, there's a connection, that this person is mine, that I'm not alone in this world. If I'm coming home to someone. I know I have someone that is waiting for me at home. And just that thought alone, I feel complete. It feels good. But I don't have that. But I noticed how lonely it was this past Thanksgiving because my children came to stay with me. But once they left, they went home, I felt this emptiness that came over me. And lately, it's been there, but it's just been something that's just gradually increasing more and more. Each passing day, I'm feeling the sting of loneliness. Now, also she mentioned to me that there are a few people that are interested in her, but she does not want to settle. Now, that's an interesting word, settling. Is it picky, being picky, or are you settling? Please write in a comment what is picky and what is settling is, because I'm still trying to understand that. I hear it. I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle. So what is it that you are looking for if you don't want to settle? But there's a couple of things we have to look at. The question is a couple of things. Is she picky because, if she's single because she's picky? Or is it either she's picky or because she doesn't want to settle, because whatever that settle means, she's not seeing it in the people who are interested in her. So the question is, how do you know this is the person you should be with? And why am I single? Is it being picky? I don't want to settle? Or is it what I'm looking for is beyond what it is for me? Am I unrealistic about my expectation, what I'm looking for? And do I know what those expectations are, what I should be looking for? And I think that's a critical question. Do you really understand when it comes to picking or choosing a mate? What are those expectations? You have two. If you did not know, there are two. There are those that are absolute, that must be there. And there are those who are negotiable, meaning that I can adjust and work with. So, meaning that, let's say some people, of course, this is nonsense. For them, what is a must? He must be 6 feet tall. He must make 6 figures. That is non-negotiable. For them, that would be a non-negotiable. So what would be a negotiable? Maybe he has, I don't know, 10-bedroom house, okay, 10 bedroom. Instead of, he should have 15 bedroom, but he has 10, I'll settle for the 10-bedroom house instead of a 15-bedroom house. That would be a negotiable, okay? So remember, non-negotiable and negotiable. Now, when you understand what it is that you are supposed to be doing in the purpose of this world, and to understand what is it I should be looking for in a mate, if you don't know that, you're going to remain single for the rest of your life. But again, now, this is knocking at her back door. She's feeling the sting of loneliness. She wants to have someone to share her life with, which I completely understand 100%, because I am single too. And I'm going to tell you, it is not fun to be single because you're constantly looking to do things to keep yourself occupied. But that's a waste of life. And you say, why is it a waste of life? Because then your life had no purpose, no meaning. It's like, you know, what's the difference between you and an animal? That animal eat. For example, if God wanted you to be an animal, he would not have made you a human being. You would have been better off as an animal. Why? Why? Because let's look at a monkey. You ever seen a monkey with gray hair or stressed out or worried? We're better off being a monkey. We're strong, we're fit, we don't have health issues, we don't have to worry about children, we don't have to worry about wives, we don't have to worry about mortgages, we don't have to wake up every morning going to a job, to labor over a job. All we do is swing trees, procreate, and lay up in the sun and eat bananas. We don't need to be a human being. We don't need that. But again, there are some people who want to live that way. But obviously, this woman understands there's more. So what is it that she's doing wrong? Now, the other side that we fail to understand, we are greater than an angel. God created a human being with a soul. Because you have a divine soul, there's instruction that goes along with that soul. So, if you are not lined up with God, could that be another thing? Again, these are questions I'm putting out there. Could it be because she's not lined up, therefore the soulmate, which all of us heard about a soulmate, is not available to her because she is not at the place, and I spoke about this before. Imagine you have a credit score of 800 and a woman or man you're interested in have a credit score of 300. You understand what it took for you to get to that 800. But the one that always had a credit score of 300, do you think they're going to understand you, who work hard for you to become at an 800 credit score? Do you think they have any idea the sacrifice and understanding the obligation, the responsibility to maintain the 800 or 850 credit score? Obviously not, because why? They have a credit score of 300. So if we're looking at it through a divine lens, then there are things we are doing wrong because we don't understand how God runs this world. So therefore, how do we get the person we want to be with? Is it going to be according to what I think? We all use logic to think this is the person that is for me. What if that is not the person for you? What if this is what God wants for you? This is the person, or this is what is available to you. So if God says this is what's available to you, are you going to turn it down? Because why? You disagree with God? Because you don't want to settle? Or because you are picky? Whatever the case may be. I mean, there's a lot of questions. Write in the comment what you think. Is it divine? Is it physical? Is it we getting in our own way by using our own logic to understand or thinking? Or because we have a need, we want it to be this specific person. We want this person to fit our image of what we want. Instead of we getting the person God wants to give us, we want to create this person we want in our image. Is that the case? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a really difficult question, but it really isn't. There is an answer to it. But the thing is, do you understand why you are single? And do you want to remain, or you want to have someone to share your life with? Because why? If we weren't meant to be alone, there would only be man there will not be a woman. And God said,